Hi all, this is Emma from Plan, Inspire, Create, and today I'm going to be looking at my last 90-day goals and whether or not I think they help me work towards my vision. So the last 90 days I've been working through my Just 90 planner, looking at goals that I'd set myself for the 90-day period, and yesterday I came back and evaluated whether or not I felt the first two goals had been met. So before I move on to setting up for the next 90 days, I want to complete 2 more exercises, just evaluating my progress across these 90 days as a whole. If you didn't see yesterday's video, I'll leave a link in the description so that you can catch up on that one first and then come back and watch this one. Now we have our kind of 90-day evaluation. So there's 2 things to do here before we wrap up for this 90-day period. This spread here is about the 90 days as a whole. So what progress have I made in working towards my vision? What am I the most proud of? What is the most important lesson I learned during this 90-day period? Oh, some of these questions. What would I like to spend more time on moving forward? What would I like to spend less time on? How will I celebrate my successes from this 90 days? That's a really nice question. And any final thoughts? So I'll do that first before the next activity. But what I'll do is I will pop these goals pages back in and I'm going to give you a quick whistle-stop tour of what my vision actually was and is, because my vision hasn't changed. Because you may have watched these videos before, or this might be your first time watching along with me. But either way, you're probably not going to remember someone else's life vision from 3 months ago. So I'm going to tear this out anyway so that I can refer to it. I really love doing these videos and I love just having the time to really focus on where I want my life to be going. Because I think if we don't do it consciously, then it's just not going to happen. It's always going to end up on the back burner. So my vision for my life, so how I would ideally want it to look, is split across 8 areas. And the first one is physical. So I've said I'll be stronger. This will involve ongoing work that I will do. Building strength will be a fun part of my routine. I'll make lifestyle changes to live healthier overall, and I'll devote time to rest and see it as a positive. My emotional, I've said I'll feel more confident in myself and where I'm headed. I'll feel calmer and more in control. I'll have coping mechanisms in place to help support my mental health, and I'll be kind and supportive to myself. Home and family, I'll said I will have a home that I make my own and where I can feel more independent. It will be a calm and safe space that reflects me and the things I enjoy. I will put regular effort into maintaining the relationships with those I love. Social and community, I've said I will feel part of communities relevant to me and my interests. I will invest in quality friendships with people who share my interests, values, and outlook on life. And I will make more in-person connections over time. Professional, work will not be at the expense of my health or other areas of my life. I will grow my business with a focus on creating products and content that help others lead a happier and healthier life. And I will have clearly defined, recognisable brand. Spirituality and values, I said, pursuing personal growth and development will be an active practice. I will help and support others in a way that is sustainable for me and that feels meaningful. I will try and be braver, stronger, and reach for my dreams, and I will try and inspire others to do the same. Financial, I said, I will grow my business with the aim of achieving financial independence. I will spend mindfully on things I truly need and that bring joy to my life, with more emphasis on experiences and memory making. And then passion, I will devote time to the things I enjoy, both inside and outside work. I will be inspired by others and will live creatively. I will share my learning with others and will give back to others. And I will try not to let fear hold me back from things I want. So I have a whole video on how I put together this vision, all the exercises I completed in section 1 of this planner to get me to this point. So I'll link the whole playlist of these Just 90 videos down below. And of course, I don't know why I haven't mentioned it before this point in the video, but if you want to get your hands on your own Just 90 planner so that you can plan along with me, then there will be a 10% discount off the price of the planner for anyone who comes from this video. I'll leave a discount code in the description for that. And I will say that the people who've used it throughout this first 90 days have given me really great feedback on how they've been finding it, and that's just amazing to me. The cost of the planner is only £20. If you think of the prices of some of the other planners out there, they can really be very, very pricey. And this isn't just a planner in the traditional sense. It's really a guided planner, because all the way through it has all the information on how to do these things, how to break it down. So it really teaches you those processes that you need to apply to make your goals more achievable. So obviously, I would highly recommend it, but you can see on my Etsy shop that a lot of other people have done the same. So that is my talk about the Just 90 planner. But to get back to the 90-day check-in, I am going to complete this spread and then come back to you and show you what I wrote. Okay. I'm tempted to apologise for the state of my handwriting, but I'm not going to. If you've noticed my handwriting getting more and more messy, it's because I have a chronic illness and my hands cramp when I write a lot with handwriting. So as much as I would love to be one of these planner people that has super neat handwriting, that's disability for you. So yeah, what progress have I made in working towards my vision? I said, I've made great progress in the area of home and family. I now have my own home that truly feels like mine, and this has increased my sense of independence. It feels like a calm and safe space, which is so great as it will be the base for everything else I carry out. I feel my brand is more clearly defined and more recognisable, and I believe this will help all aspects of my business to grow. I've focused on making it feel more cohesive, so I mean like the different aspects of my business. So my Patreon, my YouTube, my shop, I don't want them to feel like all different things. I want them to all feel plan, inspire, create, and for customers to really understand what that is and what it means. So if I'm doing a bad job, let me know in the comments. And I said, I believe this will pay off moving forwards and help me work towards my goal of financial independence. So something that struck me as I was writing this actually is one of the things I really like about this planner is it's also kind of a planner come journal. I think the reflection aspects are really important, because if we don't do that, then you don't learn the things that you need to learn, but also you need to be recognising those achievements and not just learning from things you might consider a mistake or things that didn't go as well, but recognising the things that you can do, like, really gives you a boost. So yeah, I love that aspect of this, and it's something I can look back on. So let's say in 5 years' time, I can look back in here at where I was with my business, and I imagine I'll probably be, I mean, fingers crossed, things will have moved on a lot. So it'll be, you know, a really interesting thing to read. Life is obviously going to look very different 5 years down the line. I don't know what it will look like, but it always does with that period of time passing. So yeah, it will be good to be able to look back on. What am I most proud of? I put surviving and a little cheeky face. And then I said, I'm proud of getting through an incredibly tough 3 months and still making significant achievements. Yeah, that feels nice. What is the most important lesson I learned during this 90-day period? I said to adapt and be flexible and to prioritise. Nothing went according to plan, but taking this approach really paid off. So none of the timescales I set worked. The hospital had other plans. The people I was buying the house off had other plans. I'd put so much work into planning around major life events, and then it all got thrown up in the air. So being able to adapt and be flexible and to prioritise what needed to be done really helped me to make significant progress rather than just kind of throwing in the towel. What would I like to spend more time on moving forwards? I've said intentional forward planning for my business. So the stuff I talked about, you know, don't do another Vlogmas. And I mean that metaphorically as well. Don't do something because you think it'll be fun, but it takes away from important aspects of your business. What would I like to spend less time on moving forward? And I said, letting self-doubt get in the way of my progress. How will I celebrate my successes from this 90 days? I'm going to treat myself to something nice when I go shopping with my mum tomorrow. Probably a new item of clothing if I can find something nice, because Last week, the hairdressers ruined my favourite jumper by getting bleach all over it and ruining the colour. So I know they don't sell that jumper anymore, so I'll see if I can find something similar. And any final thoughts? I've said remember to apply what you've learned and it will propel you forwards. I don't want to do this reflection and then not apply it and not gain the rewards from learning what I've learned. So there's one more exercise to do in this evaluation section that I'll do before I end this video, and that is the life satisfaction check-in. Now this is an exercise that you do right in the beginning in the vision section, and it involves thinking about where your life is in the 8 different areas like I read out on the vision. Consider the 8 different areas of your life and give each a satisfaction score from 1 to 10, with 10 being the best it could be, and then make some notes on why you gave these scores. So I was actually about to flip back then, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to look at my original one. I'm going to fill this out and then I'm going to compare it to when I first completed this exercise 90 days ago. And I'm going to think about what's changed and what areas I might need to prioritise next time to move things closer towards my vision. And I'll probably put a little mark next to those so that when I come to plan the next 90-day period, even though that will be tomorrow, I will remember that those are the ones that I've said, yeah, you might want to focus on these. So let's do that now. Okay, I'm back. So what I'm going to do is actually flip back to my vision section, and I'm going to find and pull out the initial life satisfaction check-in that I did. So here it is. I promise you I haven't looked at this. I'm going to be really interested to see what I scored. Yeah, I'm not someone who finds it easy to rate things on a 1 to 10 scale, which is why I like the fact that there's notes to qualify why you've written those things. The scores are just a starting point, really. Yeah, but I'm excited to see how the two compare. So let's find the new one. What I'm actually going to do is put today's date on it so I know when I completed this, when I look back in the future. So what's today's date? Today's date as I'm filming this is the 1st of April. Just jot it up here. 1st, the 4th, 22. So I'm going to do page by page. We've had a decrease, an increase, an increase, and a stay the same on this first page. So let's put them in chronological order because that's going to fry my brain. There. So the first time I did this for physical, interesting, I did positives and negatives. I didn't quite lay it out the same this time. So for physical, I scored a 6 last time, and I said, I've been building strength, but this is now limited due to knee pain. I need to strike a better balance so I have less flare-ups, and I'm awaiting surgery. So I've had the surgery, but I've now rated myself a 4. But I've said only 3 weeks since major surgery. I'm getting tired quickly. I was working on increasing my fitness, but I'm worried things might now have gotten worse. So yeah, the things I've been doing here around building strength, without going into too much detail, my tummy muscles have been affected, and obviously core muscles are at the basis of everything that you're doing. And so that's creating a bit of worry for me about whether I will have lost everything I originally gained. And so perhaps things aren't as bad as the 4, but at the minute I feel very restricted in terms of what I can do. And so, yeah, that's where I am today. Obviously, it is only 3 weeks since major surgery. I decided not to cover this mistake because I felt it emphasised the point. I said I'm getting tired weekly instead of I'm getting tired quickly. I'm definitely getting tired a lot more often than weekly. So, yeah, I'm already thinking this might be a focus next time, but let's see how we go. The next area was emotional. Last time I scored myself a 7, and I said I feel stronger and more able to cope than I have in the past. I like my counsellor. I'm still going through difficult life events and I have ongoing mental health difficulties. So this time I scored myself an 8, so that's gone up 1. And I said, I feel in a stronger place and I've worked hard to understand myself better and improve my coping skills. This is ongoing and I'm committed to it. Now, interestingly, I was a bit hesitant and almost scored a 7 because part of me thought, it's not, things are better, but you have to have that ongoing commitment. I was actually surprised to see a 7 because I thought I would have scored myself lower than that last time. Either I was trying to be optimistic, or, which I think might have happened, things took a dip after this and got worse before they got better, as is often the case. Because this is really just like a snapshot in time and things change. Home and family, which is one I chose to work on originally, I scored a 5, and I said I have a close relationship with my mum and I love my little girl Maggie, who's my little dog. But I said I'm waiting for my home to be ready and I'm feeling displaced and in limbo. So I'm pleased to say, as that's one that I chose to focus on, that it's gone up by 2 points and I scored myself a 7. And I said, I'm very happy in my new home and feeling settled. I've been working on friendships, but over the past couple of years, I've felt more distant from some family members. So I think COVID, becoming more isolated, I went through a separation. I lost like a lot of people in my life. It's been a big upset time period in terms of family life. So I feel I've increased on the home side, but there's still work to do around the family side. Then social and community. This has stayed the same. So last time I scored myself a 6 and I said, I have a great friendship with Aaron, lovely patrons. I feel connected to people with similar interests online, but I feel like I'm missing that in person. And this time I said, I have a close friendship that I really value. Well, it's the same friendship, but that's good because I've maintained it and have been working on building more online friendships. I'd like some to become in-person ones and to feel more a part of my local community. So this is also one that I'm thinking of making a goal around. Yeah, but we'll see. Then professional, I've gone down to, oh my God. And that was one I focused on, but okay. So last time I said, I love what I do. It's part of my passion. I get to be creative. I've forged connections with lovely people. Those are all still true. There's a lot more I want to achieve and I've been working too much. So this time, I really struggled on the score for this one, to be honest, because I felt very positive. I recently did a shop update and I felt really positive about the new products that I put out and I felt really excited about what I'd created and I was really excited to share it with you, and that is still the same. I'm excited about new things, about those same things. I'm just excited. But I think not meeting my financial goal and still having the worries on the financial side of the business has led me to score lower. And I had a thought about what that is, and I said, I'm proud of my creative achievements, but feel hesitant about the profit I might be able to make over time. It's a mix of excitement and fear. I feel like a lot of this fear is holding me back, and so I feel like I might have a goal around that, and that I might do a professional goal that's more mindset related than revenue based, but let's see. And spirituality and values has gone down to, that's good. I said last time a 7, and that I feel proud of what I put out into the world and I try and create things that will have a positive impact on others. Now that's still true, but I scored myself a 5 and I said some of the activities I did to help others has fallen by the wayside and I'd like to prioritise that again. So yeah, I have some ideas about that. Financial's actually gone up 1. I scored it a 4 last time and I said the business is in the early stages, but the business is growing. This time I scored a 5 and said, my financial position feels precarious, and then I wrote a very sarcastic, welcome to the life of a single disabled homeowner trying to start their own small business, smiley face. Because, yeah, I guess I don't have that same safety net, so things are going to feel a bit more precarious, but it has gone up 1. And then passion has gone up 1. So originally I scored 8 and I said, I feel privileged to be able to do what I love for work. Still the same. I want to indulge passions that aren't work related, and I want to create just for fun. So I said this time a 9, and that I feel so excited about the things I've been doing and the things I could be doing in my future. I'd like to just spend a bit more time on personal projects. So I'd like for that passion not all to be in the work arena. So comparing the two, I feel good about it overall. I've gone up in some areas, I've gone down in some areas, and I think that's always going to be the case. And I think within those areas, it's never going to be a consistent trajectory of like upward movement. I think progress isn't linear, and you're always going to go up and down within the individual areas. And it makes sense that if you focus your attention in one area, some others might slip, and that's okay. It's just what's a priority at a particular time. So now that I've done some work on home and family, I might not make that a priority this time, even though there's some things that I don't necessarily feel happy with and I feel there's room for improvement. I just want to look at what might be a priority for the next 90-day period. So it doesn't mean that I'm never going to work on them. It just means that I want to, there's a priority order to the things I feel are more vital for the next 90-day period. So I'm going to get some little star stickers or some sort of stickers and just put a little symbol next to some that I think might be my focus for next time. Okay, so let's go with this little sticker book. I got this for 50p in Hobbycraft. What a bargain. So I've got all these stickers, and what I think I might do is I would like to feel that I'm doing something intentional around my physical health coming out from this surgery, because at the minute I'm resting, which is great, but I think it would help me to maybe have some sort of tailored plan of like how I'm going to try and increase things gradually over time so that it's not just winging it, so that it feels like a safe increase, but that I'm also working towards building my strength, even if that starts at like walk for 10 minutes a day. You know, it might have to start very small, but just to feel like I'm moving in that right direction would help me, I think, and just to have some reassurance around it, because I do think comparing the two, that what I've written this time, I feel a lot more worried and hesitant about how things are. So we're going to put a little arrow on that, or a little something. What should we put? Ooh, these little stars are cute. Let's do a star. Then emotional, no. Physical, no. I might do this. I'm going to do professional again. And to be honest, I probably always will have a professional goal, because I'm trying to build a business. It's not where I'd like it to be. You know, it's not at a point where it's just maintaining the same level. It's something that I need and want to grow. So professional is going to have a star. And I might add in a third goal this time around, I mean, these two are always linked. So if I've got another, I might put two of the same. That's what I did last time, is two of the same, because they're kind of linked. And then I might put in a little goal around spirituality and values. Those feel like things that I'd like to prioritise more. Social and community, I feel like I'm chipping away at naturally. And so I feel like I want to intentionally focus on physical, values, and professional. So join me tomorrow where I will be setting up for the next 90 days. So you might be wondering what happens now because I get to the end of the planner. Well, once you've completed it, obviously you want to jump straight on planning the next one. And the reason I created a disc-bound planner was to make it the most environmentally friendly and also cost-effective way for you to keep doing this process. So I will be putting the Just 90 refill packs into my shop that essentially replace the essential planning pages that you've completed, and they come with a set of instructions as to which pages to replace. So I will show you that process tomorrow, and I plan to keep my old inserts so that I can refer back to them, and you can either purchase a spare set of discs for that, or you can just pop them in a little envelope. Now there is going to be a larger Just 90 reset pack, which I only really recommend carrying out about once a year, or if you've had like a big life change. And essentially that also allows you to recomplete section 1, which is to set a new vision for your life in the 8 areas. Now I don't want to do that. My vision is still relevant to me, and so I am going to be recompleting from the goals section onwards. So all of these vision exercises that I did in the beginning, we're going to keep as they were, and keep my original vision. So let's pop these back in. As you can see throughout this video, it's so easy just to pull in and out the pages that you need. So yeah, join me tomorrow to see me doing that process of swapping over the planner pages and completing the goals section of my planner to set 2 to 3 goals for the next 90 days. I'll see you then. Bye.